Hi everyone, you're with Tesla Tom. We've got a very special guest today. We've got George from Chatswood Prestige. Hey George, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And Chatswood Prestige is a Tesla approved body shop.
That's correct. So this is our area where the customers drive in. So Tesla customer experience would be customer drives in here. We've got cameras upstairs in the office. So we usually, before that, we take appointments. So we know when someone's arriving for an estimate. Customer arrives in here, we see it on the camera, obviously what time they're arriving. Then we come down, so we greet them down here. We do our estimates here. We do it so we can walk around the vehicle, take our images, and then we book vehicles in for repairs. Most of the intense damage vehicles are towards my right, and we just have all the vehicles parked here. So all the vehicles that are left at Chatswood Prestige are all undercover. No vehicles are left on the street. So this is basically just a car park area. Estimating area.
Yep. What about charging wise? Like, do you charge the vehicles at night as well?
Yep, so we've got 3 chargers, one's over here as you can see. Vehicles are constantly charged. I have one of my staff members allocated specially just to keep his eye on Teslas and what charge they are. We try and keep all cars charged. All vehicles are put in what they call a service mode. That then allows the vehicle to only do 10 kilometres an hour. And that we do that for safety reasons. Because the vehicle's electric, it's safety, so people in the workshop are unaware of a vehicle coming in or coming out. It's just more of a safety aspect.
And as an owner, if I've got my car here, Can I check what's happening with the car on my app, or is that disabled?
Yeah, that's disabled through the service mode. We try and keep all our customers, and we do keep our customers updated to the best of our ability. So I sort of look at it in a way that there's really no need for a customer to have access to where the vehicle is, as the vehicles have to be put in the service mode, as wanted from Tesla as well. Okay. It's something that Tesla want us to do. As you can see where we are, it's Saturday, so we've had quite a busy week this week. This is the rubbish that we've accumulated over the week. These parts over here, plastic bumper bars, as you can see, there's Model 3s, there's Model X's, there's Model S's. Further to the right, they're all the body parts, which should be a bit more neatly stacked, but unfortunately they're not. But these are all parts that we do a recycling system. So I have for the aluminium and for the plastic.
Where do you recycle them? Is there a specific place?
There's a plastics company that I work with. They come out every 2 weeks and take the plastic, and then we do the aluminium ourselves. Yeah, we've got a ute and we fill it up and we take it and get all the aluminium recycled.
So George, tell us a little bit about yourself and your background, and of course about Chatswood Prestige.
Well, I started off as a panel beater and a spray painter apprentice at the age of 16 at a Smash Repairs in Hornsby.
Okay, so George, you were telling me about this white car here. Something quite interesting happened to it, didn't it?
Yeah, so this vehicle was involved in quite a bad impact. It doesn't look like it, but it has. That's why I'm really impressed the way with the Tesla Model 3 is designed, and the Model X and the Model S. They've got a great design. Come around, I'll show you the damage on it. So basically, vehicle's just been rear-ended, but it was rear-ended by a very low vehicle. So what it's done, it's obviously impacted the rear bumper, impacted the rear tailgate, but also if we go down and have a look, down here, that's actually the floor of the vehicle. So that's the rear boot floor. So the vehicle that's hit it must have been very low. Could have been a Porsche, could have even been a Ferrari of some sort, but it's a very, very low vehicle that's hit it. But that's the type of impact it's caused, which is an unfortunate impact because usually you hit quite up high. So with a repair like this, I mean, we look at it and we go, oh, it doesn't look like much, it just needs a bumper bar, but needs a floor. But to change a floor of a vehicle is quite an intense bit of work to do. So the first thing we'll do is we'll put this vehicle on this bench. We'll then do a laser measuring on it. Over here we've got a Naja Evolution measuring system. vehicle goes up, and we use the laser measuring system to measure all the points of the vehicle. Those points and those methods are supplied to us from Tesla. Okay. So we've got access to all that. The reason for all this is for us to get access to the riveting areas that we need to put the new floor in, because it's going to need a floor. This is where the multi-steel comes in. The floor of the Tesla is aluminium, so we need access. The aluminium floors are riveted and glued. So that's another specialty piece of equipment that we have, which is the riveting machines that are supplied as well from Tesla for us to give the factory rivets that are required for these vehicles. So the Tesla bodies are riveted and glued, as you can see down here. I mean, it's not the neatest, but these are the glues that are used. These are actually stronger than welds. The aluminium body on the Tesla is riveted and glued.
And again, supplied to Tesla body shops only.
Supplied to Tesla body shops only. Obviously, there's all that casing that goes with it, with all the different fittings and whatever else we need, because there's different angles, different heads, and all that sort of stuff.
And why did you decide to convert your shop into a Tesla-approved body shop?
Well, I mean, I'm fascinated by electric cars, and I wanted to be one of the first guys in the industry to specialise in the bodywork of electric cars moving forward. When the vehicle is getting worked on, it's put back on this bench. That's why it's a multi-bench. It's put back on this bench, and then the vehicle is jigged. Jigging points are points that are designed by Tesla. They're metal brackets that go up into each point of the vehicle. That way, when the floor is removed, the vehicle does not move. It's kept in its same position. So once the floor's moved, there's no creeping in the body.
So you're talking about the frame?
That's correct, yeah. So they're specialty jigs that are from Tesla.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think, if you weren't an approved body shop, how would a normal body shop cope with that?
You can't do it.
You can't do it at all?
You just can't fix the car. You cannot repair the vehicle correctly without those tools. And again, the main thing is you can't buy the parts. So if you ring up Tesla and say, look, can I have a floor? And Tesla they won't recognise you.
Unless you're an approved
body shop. And the way the system works is we do our ordering ourselves. We actually go straight into Tesla and order the parts. So if you don't have the codes or the system, you cannot order parts.
Okay, so let's say the parts have arrived. How long would it take to repair this car's floor?
Well, okay, so that vehicle, I'd estimate that vehicle to be in repair stage for about 4 to 5 weeks, probably 5 weeks even. A lot of people might say, oh, well, that's a very long time to repair a car. But people do have to understand that we're not just working on one vehicle. We've got multi-vehicles to work on. But it is very, very time consuming.
What does it mean to be a Tesla-approved body shop?
Well, it's a privilege to be a Tesla-approved body shop because I believe that a lot of the Tesla owners are very proud of owning a Tesla and that it's something new to everyone, and that way I could showcase my ability of repairing aluminium and my spray painting work that we are very good at. These are our jigs. So these are all our jigs, as you can see. These are all being supplied by Tesla. So these are all the specialty toolings that we need. That's for the Model X. These are for the Model 3. So these are all new tools that we have. So these just gives you an example of all the equipment that you need to repair a structural bit on a Model 3. So this is what we're going to be doing to that white car. These are all the points that I was talking to you about. So all these have to be implicated to do that repair. So it's very important to have all this. Up over here, we have, these are our aluminium certification. So all the boys in the workshop, including myself, have gone to ICAR, which is a leading training for our industry. So myself and 3 of the other guys have done the welding certification for aluminium for Tesla. So basically what happens is Tesla employ ICAR to do the certifications. It's not a course, it's actually a certification. So you've got to know how to weld. So we went to Brisbane and we spent a few days there doing quite strict welding certificate, which were these certificates that we received after we were successful in aluminium welding. This box is another tooling that Tesla supplied. So basically, these are really important stuff. There's not much here, but it's very, very important to have all these. These do things that other shops cannot do and they'll never do. They override systems. If a vehicle's involved in a larger vehicle accident, the car shuts down. We can then override all that. We've got special tools to remove door handles, to put door handles back in, to take charge ports out. These are our jigging systems for our door handles. This is for the Model S. Yeah, so that's a Model S door handle, so that makes it precise. So again, this is another example of what a Tesla body shop has and other shops don't have. Because when you don't take your vehicle to a Tesla approved body shop, you can have issues with your door handles, and a lot of guys do because they don't have that.
No, exactly.
So there's some other, different types of tooling there. These are important for the 12-volt battery, so the boys don't touch the actual battery because the car can be quite dangerous. That's another issue as well. If you don't do things right with the Tesla, you can actually compromise the car. And the last thing a Tesla owner wants is a phone call from a repairer saying, sorry, we've just shorted out your car or we've caused some electrical damage.
No, that's not what you want at all.
No.
So really, so you're saying that there's nothing really you can't do from a damaged Tesla, from your point of view, with this shop? You can pretty much cover everything.
I can do anything.
And why should Tesla owners choose a Tesla approved body shop as opposed to a conventional body shop?
As a Tesla approved body shop, we've spent a lot of money on equipment, which is supplied by Tesla themselves. Also, the fact that we are the only ones that are allowed to buy parts for Teslas. And it's very important as a Tesla owner to always choose an insurance company that lets you have choice of repairer during that repair process. So all our parts come in a coloured grey, which is just basically a coating. We still have to treat that for painting, so we still got to sand it, we still got to undercoat it, and then we paint them.
Okay, and you've got a paint shop too as well?
Yeah, we've got a paint shop. We've got 2 ovens. We use Glazeret, which is one of the leading paint systems in the world.
Shall we go have a look at them?
Yeah, let's go have a look.
So George, this is a Model X tailgate right here?
That's correct. So this is how the panel gets delivered to us in this raw form that it's in. We then have to do all the sealer work. So this white stuff that you see over here, that's sealer. So we seal up all the edges so the panel actually becomes a bit more watertight. If you come around and have a look on this side, as you can see, we're actually sanding the paint that's on that aluminium piece already, preparing it for us. So we will undercoat this. So this is not actually undercoat, it's just a primer they put on the aluminium while it's travelling. But we will then prepare this for painting. Undercoat, sand the undercoat, and then spray it.
Okay, and spraying happens in here?
All our spraying happens in these 2 ovens, also known as baking ovens, because it does 2 jobs. You go in there and you actually spray the vehicle, and then once the vehicles are sprayed, then you put the bake on, which then puts intense heat through the ovens, and that actually bakes the paint on.
How long would that process take?
So the baking process takes about 40 minutes, and depending on the type of job you're doing, a usual average paint job would take about, if you're just painting a bumper bar, it'd take about an hour. If you're painting a whole side of a vehicle, probably take you about half a day.
Okay.
So yeah, so once the vehicles are painted, they're taken out of they're unmasked, they're taken out of the oven. Then the painter the following day will go around the areas, the surfaces that he painted, and he'll denib, which means remove any speck of dust that's fallen into the paintwork, averaging 2 to 3 pieces of dust per panel, because it's impossible to do a paint job without getting any type of dust in it. So what they do is they remove those dust and then they polish the vehicle.
Okay. And then it's returned to the customer?
Then the vehicle's reassembled and returned back to the customer.
Okay. All right, George, well, it's been an absolute pleasure, and thank you so much for showing us around your shop today.
Thanks for having me.
I've really learned a lot, and I'm sure our viewers have as well. So where can our viewers go to find out more about your business if they've got an issue with their Tesla?
Yeah, so you can go on to chatswoodprestige.com.au and also you can go on the Tesla website for recommended body shops.
All right, we'll leave a link in the description below and as well as in the comments to Chatswood Prestige. And of course, George and his team will definitely look after you if you have a problem with your Tesla. All right, George, thanks again.
Thanks, Tom. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, happy charging.